you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition, they ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing you. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
Yeah, look, I ain't about to tell you twice. We on different levels and you better get the balance right. We not eye to eye, we are not alike. You couldn't even be me in another life. Don't hit me on my phone, yeah, I'll get back when I'm posted. They wanna blackmail cause they see I'm going posted. I've been at the top since I came over. I've been in control, yeah, it's game over. Born great, no, I ain't asked for it. Chasing the throne, I'm coming back for it. I never quit, fading the black for it. Never hang it up, I need a black for it. Right or wrong, you can try to fake it, it won't last long. Right or wrong, running down the cup, but it's the team strong. I would never let up, I'ma last forever. That's how I'm moving on this side. I would never let up, I'ma last forever. That's how I'm moving on this side. This side. Look, yeah, I took some losses, but I turned it to a window. Loving where you at, they ain't seen where you been though. See the numbers, I'ma run it up again. I can take it over when I want to, cause I can. Ain't nothing left, I had to get right. We ain't worried about no critics, all on this show. I've been at the top since I came over. I've been in control, yeah, it's game over. Born great, no, I ain't asked for it. Chasing the throne, I'm coming back for it. I never quit, fading the black for it. Never hang it up, I need a black for it. Right or wrong, you can try to fake it, it won't last long. Right or wrong, running down the cup, but it's the team strong.
Last season's thrilling district championship match gets settled in the Division II semifinals tonight as the backyard rivalry gets renewed yet again, with state-ranked Ontario taking on defending district champion Lexington for a spot in Saturday's title match. And you can watch it all go down live and free right here on the OH Report, anywhere the internet can be found. And it's coming at you next.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader? that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Dulce, muy dulce. O picoso, muy picoso. ¿De qué tienes antojo? Seguro lo tenemos o te lo inventamos. ¿Te gustaría probarlo?
Dávalos Mercado Dulce Amor, 1350 Lexington Avenue, Mansfield, Ohio.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Happy Halloween!
Welcome back for the Baker's Collision pregame show. I'm Brian Skowronski. Got the great Jesse Ryder with me, international champion. And speaking of champions, man, Lexington coming off of a district title last year. Ontario looking to break through. It's been a while for them, but this is a great matchup. Love these two teams going toe-to-toe yet again in tournament time.
Yeah, this is really the game and the night we talk about since like early August. Right? This is the night you kind of circle on your calendar. You know, you've got four quality, high-caliber teams, and you want to see what happens when everything's on the line. The pressure's on. The game's here. You're ready to play. One team comes out victorious, and one team comes out going home. And so it's going to be quite a night of women's soccer here at Lexington.
A little bit weird that Lexington's considered the road team actually playing here at home, but they are the visitors tonight, and a little shaky too down the stretch, Jesse, but they looked great against Perkins to kind of punch their ticket to get in the district round again.
Yeah, the end of their schedule, certainly record-wise, not super impressive, but you know the games they're playing against Olin, Tansley, Bexley's had a nice year, Worcester, a chance at the OCC championship there. So really some high-caliber teams to end the year, and so I think it's one of those things. There's a lot of pressure in those games, but also it's preparing you for this moment. It was done intentionally for this moment tonight to be able to, when you face that pressure again, that you're ready to go.
One of their leaders, a senior, Makenna Arnholt, having a career year, leading the team in both goals and assists. And I just love what this young lady brings to the equation. She's fast, she's fearless, and definitely trying to get her the ball a bunch tonight.
Yeah, you know, one of the things we've talked about this Lexington team is that for a while they've been so solid defensively. Just, you know, they don't give up a lot of goals. They're just so smooth. They take care of the ball. They're tough to break down. But they needed that goal score. They needed someone to kind of step up and say, all right, listen, I know we're good defensively, but we can't win games 0-0. We've got to score goals. And Makenna Arnholt has stepped into that role, scored some quality goals, scored some good goals, and started scoring in a flurry as well. 22 goals is a great number to end the season at.
Sure.
It's a great kind of step for Lexington to have such a solid defense, and now you've got a player who kind of rose to the occasion for a moment like this.
And now for the visiting Ontario Warriors, who actually the home team here tonight. another MOAC championship, 5th straight time that they have won it outright, and rolling in with a lot of momentum. You look at those scores against Mansfield and Shelby, 20-zip in the sectionals. This is a high-flying offense that also pretty stout defensively too.
Yeah, you're going to see the goal-scoring numbers and certainly be impressed by that. But defensively, they're a pretty solid group as well. You know, my one kind of asterisk, they've got probably 2 times they gave up 5 goals in a game. Against quality competition, one to the likes of Madison, one to number 1 ranked Medina, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
So they certainly they're playing some quality competition, but 5 goals is a lot of goals to give up. But they're solid defensively. I love what they do, and really for them defensively is can we just win the ball and get the ball into the attack and see if we can score some goals.
If they can do it, it's going to be through that young lady with those great-looking braids, sporting the number 12, Hattie Yugovich, one of the best midfielders, if not the best, in all of North Central Ohio, closing in on 70 career goals already, just a sophomore, and coming off a season where she was All-Ohio and the District Player of the Year.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal player. So smart, so smooth with the ball. When she gets the ball, good things are going to happen for Ontario. So I think for Ontario tonight, it's going to be where does she get the ball at? Does she have a large defensive responsibility, have to drop in? If she can get the ball on the attacking side of midfield facing forward, I think Ontario is going to be able to do some good things. We'll see what happens.
And our keys to victory tonight brought to you by Baker's Collision. I think for Ontario, Jesse, you got to finish your chances. How many years in a row have they been here in the district level where they just haven't been able to score? They've been right there on the doorstep of breaking through, getting back to the regional where Larry Atkinson was a perennial type of contender there. You just got to finish tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's going to be a key component of tonight's game, and mine is similar. You know, what time is it? Is it time for Ontario to kind of break through? It seems like it's been a long time since Ontario's made it to regionals, and so this game obviously gets you district championships, but it's one step closer to that. And so I think is it Ontario's time to kind of break through, get back to regionals, and really kind of put this team on the map.
And over on the other side for Lady Lex, you just got to try to keep the ball, I think, away a little bit from Ontario if you can. It's not an easy task with that vaunted midfield that they have, those 2 sensational sophomores. But if you can play some keep away, the longer this game stays tied or is very close, I think that I start to favor Lexington a little bit with Ontario getting in their own head.
Absolutely. I got a similar mindset. You just got to drop that anchor in front of the defense. It's got to be solid. Don't give up any easy shots, any easy goals, any bad turnovers. Just keep the ball out of the back of the net. And I agree with that same sentiment. The longer it's tied, the longer it's 0-0, I think the competitive edge goes to Lexington. I think we saw this the other night with kind of a little bit of flipping of the schools, but Lex Ontario boys, we thought the Ontario boys, the longer it's tied, just kind of let that game, just put the pressure on kind of the team that maybe some would view as the higher ranked team or the maybe more talented team. You want to put the pressure on them where they feel, oh man, we have to score, we have to do this right now, and then you start forcing some bad shots, some bad turnovers because of that.
And that will wrap up our Baker's Collision Repair pregame show as we are set and ready for some girls high school tournament action. The backyard rivalry renewed yet again. Ontario and Lexington meeting for the first time since August 19th. A 2-1 victory by Ontario. Jesse, were you at that one?
I was. Well, I caught the second half of that, but certainly I would say it was a interesting, dominant game. I felt like Ontario was very dominant in the game, but not enough in terms of the scoreboard. So Lexington had their chances there. They were right there. A lot of the possession was controlled by Ontario until it wasn't, until Lexington would counter, get a good opportunity and a good chance there. So it's really going to be what we talked about, who can kind of control the middle of the field, who can control the ball, and then who can generate, not just generate, but generate and finish those quality chances. It's going to be we're going to go Ontario throwing. Both players thought it might have been off the other player.
And a breeze starting to pick up here at the Lexington Soccer Complex, playing on real grass, of course, for I'm not sure how many consecutive seasons they've hosted this thing out here, but the grass, the field, I walked it a little bit, it's in fantastic position, looking like it's in great shape yet again.
Yeah, always
to be hosted.
Regardless of the weather, this field is just in tip-top condition, and you could have torrential rain, whatever, but this field is going to be looking good. They take such good care of it here, and I think as more and more turf fields kind of come about, you still appreciate like a good grass field, and certainly that is the complex here. I know my only knock against the complex here is they don't put a net in front of the trees there, and so you'll lose a ball down the hill, and if it happens consecutively, the ball boys are gone, and you never know. But everything else here is great. It's a great facility, great atmosphere, 2 local teams battling it out yet again. What a night we're going to have.
And so far it's been Lexington maintaining possession for the most part here. in Ontario's field of play. But here's Addie Pittman, one of their fantastic sophomores. Big cross there to the middle of the field, trying to find Yugovich.
Yeah, I think you got to be careful. You don't want to go big all the time against Lexington. They're so smart, so smooth defensive. They're going to win the balls there. So you really just got to kind of keep possession, keep building a little bit, see if you can draw a defender out of position, and then try to slot it in that space there.
Nice step and a takeaway created here by Addie Boyce as she booms it to the other end of the field. There's Makenna Arnholt, flips it forward to herself.
Good composure by Kaylee Chandler, just to win the ball. Don't need to hit it out of bounds, don't need to hit it hard, just keep the ball in possession.
Now a little bit of a give and go here from the middle of the field, trying to find Pittman on the charge. Broken up at the last second by Maddie Hughes. And here comes Jakaya Trammell getting involved. But just the foot skills of number 11 here. She loves to go one-on-one, I think more so than just about anybody else that's going to be playing in this Final Four of the district.
Yeah, such a phenomenal player, so skilled one-on-one. You know, if you're not familiar with her play, you have to be on your toes, and you really got to – there's two moves that she does so well. Just that V and just kind of a quick cut to the outside. If you're not ready, she's going to be gone before you know it, and it's tough to recover.
Do want to say hello to everybody watching out there on Facebook and YouTube, and drop Jesse and I some comments throughout the course of the night. Always interested where you are watching from here for this early tournament action as Trammell gets a nice ball out in front, looking to turn the corner. Now she crosses and deflected out of bounds. Corner kick number 1 on the way.
Yeah, I feel like this Lex-Ontario rivalry, certainly we've seen a lot of it this week with Lexington-Ontario boys soccer and then volleyball. And right now it's been all Lexington in this rivalry for this week.
So they'll have Pittman set up at the flag. She's kind of their specialist here on these set pieces.
Yeah, certainly this is kind of one of the key components of Larry Atkinson's
team
is those crosses, whether it's corners or live play, and they just connect on the other end. Connected there, but not quite a goal, but still kind of lingering around is going to be offsides, though.
But what a setup here. We're going to check this out one more time on the Contact Industries replay. This was tailor-made for a header, I thought, right in front of the net for Ontario to put one away.
I thought the ball played was good. The chance was good. Just you kind of headed up instead of headed down. That's a tough header, but it's the right idea.
So Ontario creating a couple of early chances as Arnholt banged up just a little bit. Slow to get up. I'm sure she'll shake it off.
Tough tackle. Big game. You're going to try and play through that one for sure, but let's see what I could have. Was it knee or ankle? Maybe just a little bit of collision and everything. She's definitely in some pain. That wasn't quite the ball she wanted, I don't think.
Big heavy touch in the middle of the field. Here's Pittman to the outside. Has to wait on it.
So much space. Yeah, they're going to kind of let her have that time in the middle and just kind of drop in defensively.
Couple of nice balls, and it's taken away now by Hughes. Trammell going to try to find Yugovich. Boy, what a setup on the fly.
That's a great ball by Jakaya, and see what Hattie can do on the other end of it, one-on-one.
Hattie with the cross. Pittman, a shade behind.
Yeah, probably got to take that cross to goal a little bit. I think she maybe intentionally played it back, but I really think if you put it forward, you got some players running there, working that space, be a good opportunity.
So the Warriors trying to turn the corner inside the 18. Nice deflection and poked away.
Braylon turned the corner nicely there. Just couldn't quite get the ball all the way through the middle, but good opportunity for Ontario. They just seem like they're getting closer and closer. But if you've been around this rivalry much, it's kind of how the games play out. Ontario's just close to scoring, but can't quite put enough away to come out on top sometimes.
And during that replay, Lexington able to flip the field, playing through their midfield attack. And a little contact, no whistle, so here comes Howard. And knocked out of there by Kaylee Brown, stepping to the ball.
There's some space in the middle of the field for Ontario. They just got to be patient here. You don't have to push. You don't have to go big right away. Just kind of got to keep the ball and keep attacking where you don't turn the ball over. Jakaya played a great ball last time. That was deflected right into Lexington.
And somehow stays in bounds as Hughes tries to chase it down. Pushing down the sideline for Morton. Got her pocket picked.
Addie Pittman, good tackle there. Keeps the ball in play. Finds Braylon on the outside.
Looking for the cross. It comes in low. Deflected, though, off of Lexington.
And Braylon going for the left foot on the cross there. Certainly if she can get that on her right, it's going to be a better ball, but it's still going to result in a corner kick for Ontario anyways, which we saw last time. pretty dangerous situation for Lexington.
This will be Addie Pittman again. Left footer. And another great chance.
Oh, man, she is unmarked.
Whew.
You know, we talk about how talented that defense is for Lexington, but they have missed their marks twice on these corners. Probably Ontario, arguably Ontario's best player running free on a corner and just misses wide. Fortunate for Lexington, unfortunate for Ontario.
So the Big O able to produce a couple of shot attempts out of these last two corners, but come up empty-handed. And you look back at my key to the game, finish with all those exclamation points.
We talked about it's part of that rivalry is that Ontario seemingly gets some good chances but can't finish those good chances. They really kind of put the game away in key moments, and so far that has proven to be true.
Makenna slaps one to the middle. Pittman shields off the defender.
She's going to have some time and space to go here. Not quite a numerical advantage for Ontario, but Lexington's keeping 4 back. They've still got 4 defending there, plus the midfield presence.
And you see Addie's just going to slow down her pace, try to catch her breath a little bit as she comes up and pressures Morton now.
Good tackle. Similar build-up here. We saw this play just a second ago where Addie won the ball and just drops off to Braylon in the corner. Not quite as beneficial for Ontario this time.
Pittman again tries the middle of the park, and it's right at Allie Parker.
I'd say Ontario looks just a little stagnant offensively when they get the ball. They're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen from their midfield rather than kind of attacking in that space and kind of creating some movement there. You've got to move these Lexington defenders around a little bit. You got to kind of draw them out of the middle, free up some extra lanes. It's a good touch by Braylon. That should be a foul. A referee says no foul.
Wow, Matty Hughes right into the back. We'll take a second look at that one, Jesse.
Yeah, Braylon definitely takes a touch away, then takes a knock. I'm not sure how it's not a foul. But
I don't
the
know
referee's
either.
Right there, he's got the angle, I guess. But man, there appeared to be a lot of contact without the ball. But it's going to be Lexington going the other way. Good skill one-on-one, good ball in the box.
And Trammell with the recovery speed got there. One more look, yeah, good job of just getting in there by Jakaya. Ends the threat.
There's going to be a foul this way. The fans are not going to be happy with this. When it doesn't appear to be equal, that gets the fans a little unruly there. But
first foul is going to go against the Lady Warriors. As Boyce gets caught up in the wind. And you can tell by looking at the trees on the far side, it's pretty blustery down there on the playing surface.
And you'll see some gusts just kind of appear out of nowhere sometimes where it doesn't appear to be too windy. Then all of a sudden, it's just there's a constant wind coming through. And so could be, we'll see how that plays out. That's a good ball in the box. Handled nicely by Lydia Schroeder.
So there's nobody on the other end of this cross. But another decent build here by the Warriors. We've got a lot of offensive momentum rolling right now. Pittman again. Stepping in front of the defender, charging to the outside. Here comes Addie.
Good skill there to beat 2 defenders. Ooh, just over top of the goal there.
And you can tell Pittman, as I mentioned, she's just really fearless. She's willing to go one-on-one with anybody, pull up from distance. As a sophomore, this girl definitely plays like well beyond her years.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we talked about her one-on-one skill, but certainly her pace is incredible and just her ability to finish. But she also understands her skill set, so it's not like a surprise every time she does it. She understands what makes her strong, what makes her good, and is able to kind of play into that.
Young pushing to the outside. That was Morgan Harrod tracking with her. Forces a throw in. Right back into Harrod. Had it skip in front of her. And just smashed out of there. Kamisha Shaw, definitely she's solid back there in the middle of the defense.
Yeah, with games and teams like this, there's not a lot of just kind of gaping holes or players that are not quite up to the level that they need to be. These players are here. I think that ball's out. That's going to be out for a throw-in, or is he going to give the foul? Let's see here.
I don't think, is he designated a call yet?
He's pointed for Ontario direction. I think it is going to be a foul on Lexington, it looks like.
So it will indeed be a free kick on the way for Ontario. And I think that's just the first foul.
Absolutely right. Each team's got one foul now. Everything's been pretty easy. I'd say certainly the quality of chances favor Lexington. Ontario with not really a chance period, let alone quality chance, but Ontario has been right around the goal, but it's still 0-0.
Little backwind allowed that to stay up in the sky. Hughes again, I mean, she's getting pretty physical into the back of some of these players, but did not draw a whistle. As here on the near side, that's Elena Seif stepping up and earning a throw in here for Pittman. Warriors got a bunch of bodies over here on this side. Now Yugovich from the middle. Trying to set up that right foot, a shot and a goal. Hattie Yugovich.
Great turn, great finish. Braylon does well, just kind of knock the ball down to her, let her work a little bit. She's able to turn, go one-on-one with the defender, and just gets enough space there to separate, and just a great finish into the back corner. Great goal by Hattie Yugovich.
And I got to imagine this alleviates so much pressure for Ontario, who's coming to this district tournament and had letdown after letdown these last 6 straight years.
Absolutely. So certainly you understand that it takes a little bit of the pressure off, but this game, as we've seen last year, is not quite over yet for sure. And so Lexington, it may be enough to kind of pick them up a little bit of offensively. They've not had much going forward yet. There's a quick turnover right off the kickoff. Ontario certainly has had their fair share of chances to get into the box and create some goal-scoring opportunities, and I think is able to finally capitalize on one.
McManus, nice setup to the middle. Hattie trying to find her footing. Now circles back out of it. Pushes to the wing. And I've seen a couple of Warriors matches this year. They've scored in bunches at times where they'll put 2-3 in the net within about a 5-10 minute period. So we'll see if they can roll with some momentum.
Absolutely. Ontario's the type of team you can't be upset that you get scored on because you'll get it scored on again. And so you really just kind of get back into the defensive mindset, get back into just defending well and not give away quality chances. Otherwise, you'll be looking at 2-0 instead of 1-0.
Chandler had it poked away. Now here she is again, turning to the middle of the park. Nice setup for Yugovich, making her move.
Ontario doing well to keep possession right now. Just want to keep the ball. You have generate a good chance. Don't give the ball to Lexington. Don't give them a chance.
Trammell skies that one, headed down. And a foot race for possession won by Hattie.
Ontario just looking smooth with the ball. Right, I like the patience they're showing. Ooh, it could have been good. A little heavy, a little miscommunication on the run there, but it was a good round for Ontario. You'd like to see him generate at least a shot on goal there, but I thought the buildup was good. They were smooth. They were looking. They were keeping the ball. If they can continue to do that, they're going to have a fun night.
Enjoying a 1-0 advantage right now, less than 15 minutes into the match. Lady Warriors looking to get to the district championship for, I forgot to write it down. I think they've 12 straight years or something?
Yeah, certainly this is obviously familiar territory for them, getting that district championship, and they've struggled as of late in that game, but certainly they've got success before the kind of the Taylor Huff era and last year as well.
Here's Makenna Arnholt, a little bit of space, and it's off of Shaw, out of bounds. We'll see the first corner kick opportunity for Lady Lex.
Really their first time to kind of get forward, generate any offense here. Not been very smooth from their possession, just kind of defending right now most of the half. But Lex is the type of team that you can capitalize here, and you're right back in the game. Ball's kind of played behind for the corner, tough angle, tough ball. Should be another corner if I'm not mistaken. I thought it might have been a deflection. Both referees say goal kick, so perhaps my eyes deceive me, but I thought I hit off the shin of Ontario. She hit it, but
not McKenna's best work out there off of the corner kick, as I think maybe the wind having a little bit of impact, as you saw that on the Contact Industries replay.
Yeah, just kind of a little deeper than most of the players running forward. She played behind. It's such a difficult ball to try and track back and win, especially when there is some wind in there. This ball just kind of bouncing around. Still bouncing in Ontario territory.
But leave to the captain to be able to get it out of harm's way momentarily, as Lexington keeping on some pressure.
So he does a good job to keep possession again there.
And now Lucy with the giveaway. Trammell punches it forward. Great looking ball in space here for Pittman, who's got the deflection.
So dangerous one-on-one here. Lexington as well to kind of shield and just make sure there's support behind her.
She's got the overlap. Lex to go for the cross off the defender, and
it's going to be a corner here. Lex tried to grab a goal kick out of that, but definitely deflected off of Lexington right at the end.
Yeah, it's tough to tell on that replay.
We've seen Ontario get close the first time, closer the second time, so we'll see what adjustments Lexington can make here, or can Ontario finish this corner. They go short right to Hattie, who's going to put it deep.
Yeah, too deep that
Yep.
time.
I like the play. No problems with the play, just the ball was too deep there to kind of do anything with.
Yeah, another look here. Decent ball, but I mentioned it a few times. It just looks like the ball is fluttering right now up in the air, so the wind having pretty significant impact.
Not sure what the conversation you see Coach Morton there was having with the far side official. That is a tough, windy conversation to be heard from here to here.
No doubt.
I'm not sure if it was about substitutions or what was happening.
Still 23 minutes remaining in this opening half. Warriors trying to break through again.
I like the composure on that pass. There was no need to kind of force a big ball, force a difficult shot. Just try and get the ball deep in the box and generate some offense. Just couldn't quite turn it out. It's going to be another foul on Lexington. Ontario certainly has the wind advantage this first half. They don't, not the type of team to play it super deep often, at least in the air. But plays like this, you can see the wind even picking up a little bit now. Sometimes it just helps a little bit.
One touch pushes it out to the corner. It'll be tracked down here by Bolakovsky. Left foot over the head of Hattie, but Hattie turns left foot, and a big save.
Great turn, great touch there in the middle. Just not quite what she needed to finish, but the turn was great, the touch was great, but the finish goes right to Lydia, who has a bit of a rough punt out. Lexington able to get the first touch on it, but not very far off the punt.
Little surprised that Pittman wasn't able to put that away. That's kind of her.
Yep, she certainly scored a lot of goals from that position. With
For
that
sure.
There, yeah.
It's her breadbasket.
Bit of a couple giveaways there. Kay Chen got the ball kind of stuck on her a little bit, and then the ball was returned to her by Lexington. Generous, but not needed.
Tagliani lets it roll out of bounds. She's got a quick throw in coming up. Far side, won by Ontario. They got some numbers moving forward. And Pittman, heavy touch, and it's broken up there, knocked out by Kaylee Brown.
Good pressure by Zoe. Nearly chaotic there for Ontario. A little bit of communication who's going to go to the ball, and it was Zoe who actually stepped in and tried to get a win there.
Here comes Hera down the near sideline. Lots of space for a carry. Now off the cross, finds Makenna. Good ball. Last one not there.
Lexington kind of struggling with possession right now. Not really connecting a lot of passes. Not really finding a lot of players there. Certainly they've got to have the numbers back defensively, but when you get the ball, you don't have to panic and just kind of give it back to Ontario to let them get back in the attack.
Cross off the touchline ends up another corner here for the Lady Warriors. And
I think they changed to a goal kick, it looks like. Yeah, I thought there might have been a deflection, but it looks like it is going to be a goal kick now.
Absolutely right. And big break here for Lady Lex, because that's been the most dangerous play so far for Ontario is off of those corners.
Yeah, the two they played in the box were really good opportunities. Went with one short that was unmarked and just kind of a heavy ball out of the box. But certainly corner kicks have proved to be quite opportunistic for Ontario.
Ball takes a big hop. Tagliato can't settle. And an easy play for the keeper. Schroeder now in her senior season. Another line drive punt.
Yeah, the punts have not been great so far. And you could blame it on the wind a little bit, but it's not really the wind so much. It's just not quite getting clean contact on the punt.
Warriors coming up with the ball on the far side. Now they'll run it through the middle.
Good composure, good opportunity there. Just can't quite complete that final pass there in that space. Seen a couple players kind of lose their footing, especially right in that area. We talked about kind of the conditions of the field. Certainly it's nice, but it can get muddy, can get a little bit of tough traction there. Both teams are used to playing on grass, so not a big switch there, but certainly there is. It's going to be a foul on Ontario. I thought Morgan kind of just bounced off of her a little bit, maybe lost her footing as well, but the referee has given it a foul.
So it's assessed against Deanna Young and sets up this for Boyce from midfield. She'll drill it just to the outside of the 18. Shaw gets a piece of it.
It's a great header to step up and just knock it out of that area because Lex put a lot of players forward on that ball.
Here comes Pittman on the hop, trying to pressure. Boyce definitely got their way early.
Good ball, a lot of space out there. A little confusion on who's going to go to it. Ontario's going. Ooh, I was going to see who's going to be Ontario throwing. A little bit of contact there, no foul, but certainly some contact after the ball.
Yeah, there's Bulakowski running into the back of the defender that time. And we'll get a substitution, actually one on each side right now. This the first subs of the match?
I think there's been a couple for Ontario at least. I don't remember much for Lexington, but I think Ontario's had a few. Ontario has got some depth as well that, you know, when you bring, I don't think Bulakowski started tonight. I didn't see her out there at least in the beginning. Maybe I just missed it. But certainly a quality player, super fast, very skilled. Ontario just has so many options for wings and strikers and goals. And here's one of them right here. Good skill one-on-one, turns back.
Oh, great save, diving, but the follow's there for the Warriors. They strike again. It's 2-0 here early. And much to the loving of their fans as Stevens charges in to clean up the mess.
Yeah, just a good heads-up play. The first shot's good. I mean, you kind of saw Pittman was going to take it all the way. Good first save by Lydia Schroeder, but just the Lex defenders kind of just watched her make the first save, and Stevens was the recipient of a nice gift there and just taps one in for a big 2-0 lead for Ontario.
Layla Stevens cleans up the spill made by Schroeder to make it a 2-0 advantage. 17:30 to go here in this opening half.
Yeah, Layla Stevens, I think, with just her 4th goal on the year. So it's not one of those top goal scorers we spoke about earlier, but certainly she's got one tonight in one of the biggest games of the season so far.
So an excellent start if you're an Ontario fan, and saw a little bit of worry perhaps on the faces of a few of these Lexington players.
Yeah, and the worry is two things. One, you got to stop because you're 23 minutes in, you've given up 2 goals, but you haven't really generated much offense. You've not really tested the keeper. You've not made her do too much. So you got to figure out what's going to kind of change the dynamic of this game. And right now, Ontario has done really well just keeping possession of the ball, generating chances from possession, and Lexington has struggled to do that in return.
Here's Makenna Arnholt. Got a defender right on her hip, and she just keeps it flowing. Makenna into the box, and Kamagier comes up, able to knock it away last second.
That's a good tackle. I mean, you see the pace of Makenna Arnholt just kind of outran players there. Able to get deep into the box and couldn't quite get it across, but they are going to get a corner. Now, last corner wasn't great. Played pretty deep behind the Lexington line there. You see a line right just inside the 18. You know, I like to think they're going to go short as well, kind of caught Ontario off guard. It's a good ball in the box, just a little wide, a little high.
Solid creativity here for Lady Lex as they generate a quality look. That's what you want from your senior standout just outside the box, not pressured at all.
Yeah, it's going to kind of open this game up a little bit, so you've got to find some space for Makenna to kind of work in. We saw the speed there. She can separate. So it's really going to be how can we get her the ball, how we can get good touches from her. And part of it is you got to win this ball here, and then you got to find her. So Zoe does a good job to come back and win the ball. Now, just can you connect a couple passes to find her without giving the ball away?
Fighting through traffic. Here comes Yugovich. Now Pittman.
It's a good ball, good setup. Was that intentional or not? I love it.
Crafty stuff by the Lady Warriors to earn another corner kick.
So Lexington player down in midfield from that earlier tackle that kind of set this play free. Just a hard collision from my angle. Couldn't tell much more than that, but she is definitely in some pain, unable to stand up.
So they're going to stop the clock here for the injury. And we will step aside as well. Ontario right now enjoying a 2-0 advantage.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Dulce, muy dulce. O picoso, muy picoso. ¿De qué tienes antojo? Seguro lo tenemos o te lo inventamos. ¿Te gustaría probarlo?
Dávalos Mercado Dulce Amor. 1350 Lexington Avenue, Mansfield, Ohio.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Happy Halloween!
As we welcome you back to the Lexington Soccer Complex. This was the play that just happened a couple seconds ago. Makenna Arnholt dribbling through traffic. And a charging keeper, Sarah Hendricks, came out to make sure that she didn't get a shot off and needed to.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you need a big touch to separate, but it can't be too big that the keeper can beat you to it. And so just a little bit heavy there. Didn't quite see the foul there, but the referee signaled a foul. Didn't quite see what the contact was, but it was a foul on Ontario. Lexington free kick just inside midfield. It's going to come in a little low.
Looks like Lexington might be able to collect this as it's spelled out to the outside, knocked out. Allie Parker looking for some options now.
Yeah, Lexington generating a little bit of offense here. We've seen Makenna Arnholt kind of get two, I'd say near breakaways, kind of breakaways, getting the ball here on the touchline as well. Great ball across, just nothing to show for it.
And then another shot opportunity, but Hendricks comes through. Another great look here, set up right out front. Lexington charges in a big shot, and Sarah,
right at
the
her.
hero.
Right place, right time by the keeper. Positioning was good, hands were good. Keeps the ball to the back of net, and that's a big thing right now.
And you talked about the couple results that Ontario had where they gave up those 5 goals. Outside of that, Hendricks has been pretty solid. Goose eggs in her last couple of tournament matches. Did give up 3, though, towards the end of the year. But other than that, 1 goal, 0 goal, 1 goal, 0 goal, 1 goal, 0 goal. So she's been pretty sharp so far during her senior campaign.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion here. I think Ontario wanted the foul. A foul wasn't given. Lex thought they got a foul, and it's going to be a throw-in for Lexington after that.
And a trio of Lady Warriors waiting at the flag to try to check in. Oh, another chance for a breakaway. The shot, and it's right at Hendricks.
Certainly Lexington generating a little bit of offense now. Getting to go forward a little bit, trying to just break down the Ontario back line. Now we talk about those quality chances you got to finish. 2 good chances right back to back, but both right at Hendricks, who's a good keeper and going to make those saves all the time.
The latest shot from Emily Thomas First time that she's put one on frame tonight. As here's Pittman crossing low, and it's gobbled up there by Lydia Schroeder.
Again, another low punt coming out of there. Just not quite catching that ball cleanly for the distribution there. Lexington able to kind of come away with it. But it's given it back already. That's really, it's got to be a talking point at halftime. You've won the ball. You did so well defensively, but you just kind of give it right back to a very talented attacking Ontario team. So the more chances you give them, the more opportunities they get. It's kind of simple math there, but it is the nature of the game sometimes that the more times you give a good team the ball, the better they're going to be.
Number 19, Sasha Volokowski, and number 21, Layla Stevens.
It's going to be a Lady Warrior throw-in.
It's going to be another corner kick for Ontario. There's 6 of the match.
Wow.
Just 10 minutes to go in the first half and already racked up 6 corners. Some teams are lucky to get that in the course of a couple games. Addie Pittman, I think, was just subbed out, so we've got a different player on the ball. Can't quite tell the number from here. But Ontario has been dangerous from corners so far. That ball's going to come in low, kind of away from the line.
And the ball just settles, stays right there on the field of play towards the chalk.
Not a great clearance by Lexington right at Ontario, kind of not quite the middle of this half of the field.
Better clearance right there. Takes a big hop and it's going to roll out of bounds. So Warriors with a throw on the far side. Quick one for Trammell.
It's going to be a handball on Ontario.
With both Hattie and Addie over on the bench, it'll be interesting to see who Ontario tries to use offensively to get the ball moving forward.
Yeah, definitely the playmakers for the group. Certainly they score a lot of goals, the recipients of passes from each other, and some others in the mix there, but without either one on the field. We'll see where the ball kind of tends to lane in the middle for Ontario and what they can do with it after that.
And on the flip side, a great opportunity here for Lady Lex, potentially, to try to maintain a little bit more possession. As they lay it back and zing it down the line. Good battle, and it's won here by Zoe to the middle of the field. She's going to get another chance at it.
Yeah, not quite the ball she wanted there. I think the idea was right, but I think you really can just go the next player feet there. Just find it short, keep it simple. You don't want those turnovers in good, dangerous situations. Now Braylon's going to receive the ball on a bit of a counterattack, 2-on-3 with Ontario. Right back into her back foot. You got to separate. You got to get a little 1v1 there. She just went right at her feet.
Now splitting the gap. Here comes Borowitz.
It's a dangerous ball in, right at the top of the box. You like where that lands. Hendricks. That's not going to count as a save. That's just a great play.
Yeah, made its way all the way to Addie Boyce. And see again on the Contact Industries replay. Probably does have to come out. If not, Lexington's going to get that touch.
Absolutely. They're at least going to get a chance to go forward there and get a chance at at least a shot, if not nothing more. So great play by Hendricks to kind of read the game, read the scenario. Good ball by Chandler into some space. Just a little heavy out of bounds for Ontario, or Lexington goal kick.
Goal kick for Lady Lex.
And kind of a missed opportunity there as she just mismeasured it. Would have had a good-looking shot opportunity for the Lady Warriors already on top. 2-0. These two teams met in the district championship last year. Lexington pulling off an upset in overtime. But right now, Ontario, the #1 seed, playing like it through the first half hour.
Yeah, they've done a lot of good things. It's not been perfect, but it has been good for sure. And 2 goals to show for it. Takes the pressure off a little bit, and they are well aware of what's at stake, and they're well aware of how many minutes are left in this game and kind of got to keep playing.
Maddie Hughes, a tackle from the backside. Warriors fans hate it. Lexington fans cheer. And a souvenir for that man in the blue hat.
Good catch. I could put him in the Sunday Men's League. We need a keeper.
Check this out. Boom. Yeah,
Right
nice
there. Look
grab.
at this guy.
Are you guys looking for keepers in that league?
I have since retired from the men's
You're not
league.
participating anymore.
I coach so much right now. There's not a lot of free time to be playing. Maybe someday I'll return, but
Get our own OH Report backyard games going if you want at the studio.
Oh, let me know. I'm in for that.
You can just light up me, Adam, and Jory, Travis. You'll feel like a superstar. Believe that.
The best time for me to play is like 10 o'clock at night right now. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of leagues that. It's going to be a free kick. Okay, I missed what led to that, I guess, but it's a free kick.
So Boyce coming up from her backer position. She's got one of the biggest legs, and she drills this one. Great-looking ball into the box. And again, Shaw, she seems like she's kind of won all those so far.
Yeah, she's got in the right position, done well to win the ball. What I'd like to see from Lexi, you got to challenge her a little bit, though. There's a lot of space for Shaw just to jump up and kind of win that clean, not a lot of pressure around her. You got to make her second guess if she can just jump up and get it. If you just watch her do it, she's going to win it. So I think a little bit of pressure there goes a long way.
See what's the call going to be? Goal kick. And that's the right call. That's deflected right there off of Allie Parker. And Makenna Arnholt back into the mix here for the final 6 minutes.
Yeah, final 6. I think we've seen a little bit of everything so far in the first half. Ontario generating a lot of good chances, 2 goals to show for it. And then Lexington probably 2 good chances within the past 10 minutes or so, but has just struggled to kind of keep the ball and keep possession, generate a good attack consistently. But it seems more often than not they're getting a little closer, a little deeper. Oh, a little contact there. Did she get the ball? It's hard to tell. Ball still kind of bouncing around. Shaw does a good job to not give up a corner and gives up a long throw instead. This is a great clearance by Shaw.
You see Parker there was trying to cross it into traffic. And again goes touchline, sets it up. Trying to find Makenna in the middle of the field, and another quality shot here for Lady Lex. But Sarah Hendricks, I mean, she's been solid.
Yeah, absolutely. You see some Madison players look like they're showing up here. Might have been here a little before, but we certainly can see them kind of walking through and hanging out down here, trying to catch out some of this game. You know, I like what Lexington's doing, but that's 3 shots they put right at Hendricks inside the box. I think you got to test her a little bit more. She's not going to get beat on a ball right to her hands. You're going to have to make her, force her into a good save. But Lexington getting a few better chances to go forward. Just no goals to show for it yet.
Lexington on the season, averaging 3.7 goals per contest, including 6 in their sectional championship match against Sandusky Perkins.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had 2 12-goal games, I think, which changes your average just a little bit.
Yeah, back-to-back matches for them at New Philadelphia and then against Mansfield Christian.
Yeah, I've watched the Mansfield Christian game. Bit of a rough night for the Flames there. Just one of those nights when I think everything went in for Lexington, and Mansfield Christian just kind of struggled to keep the ball and go forward and get some chances of their own.
Looked like we got a little bit of a tangle-up mess there. And the whistle favors Ontario, goes against Maddie Hughes. Well, no, they're going to change it.
Yeah. The Ontario fans were in agreement with what you thought there, and then a little bit of referees changed it the other way. I couldn't quite see it from my angle.
This one flicked forward, but the Warriors there at first as Stutz comes in and drives it into the box. Big punt that time from Hendricks. As we're under 3 minutes to go here.
It's a good build-up by Lexington. We have not seen that a lot. We're looking to connect that second midfielder. Ontario does well to kind of stay with, just deflected out of bounds. Sub's going to come on for Lexington. I think that's going to kind of give you some more time in the middle. Lexington plays kind of, they win the ball and try and go strikers' feet quickly. When they can find the second midfielder, move players around, I think it's going to open the game up a little for them. Be able to find some just, the angles will be better. There'll be more space to play when you're not just playing that rush ball forward.
A lot of space here for Arnholt. Turns and goes right at him. Shot deflected there. Stutz set up the left foot.
You talk about player of the half. Certainly like what Addie and Hattie have done. I mean, they've been solid, but Shaw has just been everywhere she needs to be and not allowing a lot of Lexington goal-scoring opportunities.
There's Stevens pushing it out wide. She's got one tonight. Finds Bolakovsky on the hop, looking for the cross.
And handball, absolutely. Yep,
a lot of Lady Warriors calling for it.
Yeah, definitely kind of shoots up at the end. It's going to be kind of like a corner. Certainly Addie Pittman's on the ball near the corner of the field.
And with the left foot being her strong foot, she can bend it back towards net. She does, but handled by Schroeder.
Yeah, you'd like to see her test her just a little bit more. You want to force her into a deflection right there, and then you can just kind of just tap it in after that. But you got to move her off her line a little bit higher. It's a good ball. It's some space to go forward for Lexington. Let's see if she gets the first touch. She does. Plays it back across.
Yeah, had Emily Thomas out there. She chases it down as 1 minute remaining showing on the clock now. Thomas with the cross, settled. But then you see Shaw just buzzing around like a little wasp, just creating chaos for everyone.
I think you got to go at her. You got to receive that ball and turn and go at her one-on-one, try and draw a foul, get a touch around. I think Zoe's skilled enough to do that. Oh, Ontario fans have had about enough of this. I did not see. I thought she fell, honestly. Certainly the referee's got the angle. He's closer than I am. To me, it looked like she kind of stumbled, but the referee saw otherwise. It's going to be a free kick about 25 yards away.
And with 20 seconds to go, it looked like it would be an easy one for Hendricks. She spills it out. Oh, my. Show it to you one more time. I thought Sarah was just going to easily catch that.
Yeah, you're right. I looked. Maybe it took a deflection or her vision was blocked for a second, but I thought it would be a clean catch and deflects it down, but no goal yet.
Nevertheless, we are at the half. Ontario enjoying a 2-0 advantage. Looking to punch their ticket back to the district championship yet again. We'll take a timeout, and we will return with our Baker's Collision halftime show. We'll break down some stats, give you our analysis of the match so far, and get you all set up for half number 2. You're watching live and free girls tournament soccer on the OH Report.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Dulce, muy dulce. O picoso, muy picoso. ¿De qué tienes antojo? Seguro lo tenemos o te lo inventamos. ¿Te gustaría probarlo?
Dávalos Mercado Dulce Amor, 1350 Lexington Avenue, Mansfield, Ohio.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Happy Halloween!
You're enjoying live and free girls tournament soccer thanks to our generous sponsors at Baker's Collision, located on 5th Street in Mansfield. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation with Chris Dermond and the Dennis Reed team, NMLS 212-193 and 374788. Our player of the game will be presented by Rinehart Walters Danner Insurance Agency, serving all of Richland County with some awesome insurance needs. Contact Industries, your instant replay sponsor tonight. And our commercial sponsors, Charter Next Gen, hiring for high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment. Dulce Amor on Lexington Avenue in Mansfield. They have specials going on every single day of the week. I think if you buy 3 drinks today, you get a free chunk of that delicious Spanish bread that they make. Definitely stop by there. Check them out. Sutton Bank. Make sure that you get paid for checking services with Casasa. Spitzer Motors of Mansfield, located on West 4th Street in Ontario. And then Mechanics Bank. That's better. We'll be back here in just a second with our Baker's Collision halftime. Welcome back to the Lexington Soccer Complex for our Baker's Collision halftime. It's 2-0 right now in favor of top-seeded Ontario at Lexington's place, as Lady Lex in danger of missing out on the district championship match. I am Brian Skowronski, joined by Jesse Ryder tonight, and give me just some quick perspective about what we saw through the first 40 minutes of the match and how we got to this situation.
Here's a stat that's not a stat we keep, but a stat you can kind of recall. It's called quality opportunities, right? So how many opportunities that do you create? How many shots, of each team's their shots that they have? How many of those are quality opportunities that could have or should have been a goal if it's just a little bit better? And I think Ontario certainly is going to win that statistical category right now. I thought the chances that they were creating were quality. They got 2 goals from it, had a couple near goals after that, and so I think that Ontario halftime was probably great for them to get that goal kind of early and kind of just take a little bit of pressure off, knowing the game's not over, but it just helps to have a lead. And then I think for Lexington, it took probably about 25 minutes to really get a quality opportunity. But all of Lexington's quality opportunities have been right at the hands of Hendricks, who's been at the right place at the right time to make the right save to keep Lexington from being anything else but 0 on the scoreboard.
11 shots so far for the Lady Warriors. They put 7 of them on frame. Lady Lex, though, they've been able to get some quality looks here over the last 15 minutes. But like you said, the goalkeeping for Ontario, it was right where it needed to be. A little bit of a scary moment there with about 20 seconds to go where Hendricks wasn't able to squeeze one, but outside of that, hasn't felt like they've really been in jeopardy of allowing a goal and letting one slip in to where it would cut into this advantage.
Yeah, I agree. That end of the half was a little chaotic. It was just, I didn't see the foul that led to the free kick. Not questioning the referee, but I just couldn't quite see it. Also see a referee trying to signal for something right now. I'm not sure. Oh, they need a ball.
Yeah, I was going to say that's pretty valuable.
It's a tough game to play without a ball. So now he's done the job. He's got the ball, and we're going to have a great second half here. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think you're going to see the fight from both teams. You're going to see Lexington. They know they've got to press. They've got to score to get back in the game. And Ontario knows they've got to win to advance. And so you're going to see both. You're going to see a lot of emotions, a lot of big play, a lot of attacking options. It's going to be a fun second half.
It's Lady Warrior ball to open things up as they have the first touches. Looking to get it into the attacking third. Lexington waiting for him on that back line. That's a good-looking ball under the leg of Yugovich. And a foul. Oh, no foul, actually.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there, but no foul. I think it's kind of running hard for the ball into each other. Not quite a foul, but certainly some contact. You got to be careful there off the ball. Much to the chagrin of the Ontario faithful, they've not enjoyed the refereeing so far. There's been a couple calls that have just gone Lexington's way. Could have gone a variety of ways, and the referee's given most of them to Lexington, and so I think the Ontario faithful are just not in favor of that right now. But it's the nature of the game. Sometimes you just got to play through it and see if you can create some more chances. Sometimes it's tough to understand as a fan, though. You think the referee's got a personal vendetta against you. The only thing to fix that personal vendetta is just to scream at him, as a lot of people think. Problem-solving 101 right there.
Is that not the best way to get what you want, Jesse?
Well, I tell you, you just hear and see some of the most craziest things from fans at high school. And high school, not that it's tolerable, but youth sports is just insane what you hear and see. And oh my goodness, what a nightmare.
Have you been to a pro football game lately?
Yes. Yes, I feel like it's expected, and not that it's okay there, but at least it's adults. And it's going to be handball in Lexington. But at least you expect it at that level where it's adults cheering on adults, yelling at adults, and there's usually some beverage involved that maybe lead to some of that. You hope at the youth level and the high school level that is not contributing to the decisions being made. But then you realize it's just people are fools and don't know if they're yelling.
Especially for those early morning sessions. You hope those coolers aren't packed full of that.
That's a good ball. Good ball. Oh, just kept rolling around, but no goal to show for it. Good opportunity for the Warriors. Still a good opportunity.
Another one backside for Pittman.
It's a great shot by Addie Pittman. Just not quite enough of the corner to get in. Good save by Lydia.
Yeah, we're watching that whole thing back. So Elena Seif initially has a great look on it, but she wasn't able to get a boot to kind of force the keeper to come out. And this, what a great setup on the backside. Pittman.
Pittman scores a lot of those a lot of times. That's just not one of them, unfortunately, for Ontario. But that's nearly 3 goals and 1 30-second play that Ontario could have had there. But Lexington does their job defensively. They don't give up a goal. But still going to need to get on the scoreboard to even this game out.
This one's going to skip out of bounds from the left foot of Kaylee Brown. So Ontario throwing on the near side. 3 minutes gone by in this second half. Ball hops right in front of Arnholt, turns middle. Oh, what a great one-on-one, but zips it over top.
Yeah, that's the touch I like. You got to go at that center back. You just got to challenge them and just force them into making a really good play. So the touch is good. The skill around is good. You got to keep it on target. You got to force Hendricks into making a good save. You got to keep that shot and in the frame of the goal there. A lot of momentum, a lot of adrenaline to put a little more power into it normally, but it's just discipline in your finishing to keep it on the frame.
This one runs through in front of Hendricks for another goal kick.
We talked a little bit about the weather conditions. You see the wind kind of pick up every once in a while. You see the corner flags. Again, there's kind of a steady flow coming through right now. And sometimes that can be a little troublesome if you're a keeper and the ball's coming maybe a little faster than normal, a little higher, harder, and you just don't know. The wind can kind of change some of that. We'll see if that factors in at all. I don't think it was too much of an advantage for Ontario. I thought that's not really their type of game for the most part. But for Lexington, we'll see if maybe just the tough part really is for the center back. You go up to win a header. You go up to win a header and the ball just sails more, catches a gust of wind, and you just find yourself chasing it down as opposed to thinking you had the right lane on it.
The wind is blowing from right to left, though, so it could help Lexington with those balls carrying just a little bit further and maybe making it bit more challenging for Hendricks to see it out of the air.
Yeah, Hendricks and Shaw both. I think when you get a free kick for Lexington, you got to put someone, you got to stay tight on Shaw and not let her have a free reign to just go win the header. She did so well in the first half just to go get everything, get it out of the box. And it was good. That's a good ball in. See if it's going to be trouble for Ontario.
Arnholt's got great speed. She's going to get there first. And, wow, great job by Ontario to just come poke this and not allow a corner kick opportunity here for Lex.
Yeah, I think Arnholt kind of slowed down. Maybe she wasn't sure what she wanted to do with the ball. It's kind of a tough ball. When you get on the end line, you have to take your touch back. And so you almost rely on the defender to maybe just take the touch for you. You can get the corner that way. Lex getting a little bit of momentum here. Not quite enough to get the ball in the box, get to a quality situation.
But race for the Warriors. Nice job to get there first there by Kaylee Brown. So some activity going into the 18. One-timer, swing and a miss by Thomas.
Still going. Right at Hendricks. Oh, there's going to be, the foul's going to bring that back.
Yeah, you see there Emily Thomas with a straight stiff arm to be able to create some space. Didn't notice that in real time.
Yeah, referee had his eyes on it. Makes the right call there.
So you see it is affecting Shaw there. Instead of trying to play that deep ball off of the restart, plays it low, keeps it short. Wind certainly consistent right now down on the pitch.
The last minute, 2 minutes here have been Lexington in the attack. Still not a great goal-scoring opportunity, but they've been in the attack, and that's the start of it. But Ontario's got a couple players who can counter in a hurry, and you got to be careful. That's defended nicely by Hughes just to get out of there.
Behind the intended target.
Watch me get a pattern shifted, just acting different. Living in my minutes, I'm catalytic. That's why they love to jack the style like it's on a
Lexington throw in there. A little slow to get up. There's been some tough tackles, nothing dirty, nothing, not necessarily fouls, just tough.
Throwing goes to Zoe. Drawing a double team and off the shin guards there of Yugovich.
I think you got to kind of probably switch to the outside, the opposite outside back there, make the field a little bit bigger. Ontario got 4 or 5 players around the ball, so it's going to be hard to work in tight spaces here. So you really got to kind of swing the ball around or kind of just find some new space to play into. Lexington is pretty, or I'm sorry, Ontario's pretty organized defensively. It's just tough to break that down when you're just not looking to play the opposite side of the field yet. Here it is. I mentioned it earlier. My one knock at the stadium here. Both balls are gone, then all of a sudden it's just a weird pause in the game. It is scenic here, but not always advantageous for soccer.
Perhaps in due time, a lot of upgrades going on here at this beautiful new facility in campus. New scoreboard has been put up behind the old one.
Yeah, which is still there and still functioning, so I like it.
It looks like it might be on its last couple of breaths, though, Jesse. New scoreboard, much needed here.
That's a tough tackle by Lexington. It's clean. It's all ball. Well, I'm not sure how it's going to be Lexington throwing, I guess.
Yeah, you see it. Well,
I've missed a lot of what I've seen. Oh, okay. I was okay with an Ontario throwing. Couldn't figure out the Lexington throwing, but it's a Lexington free kick coming out the other way. Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that on the Contact Industries replay as Hendricks races out to collect it at the edge of the 18.
Yeah, Hendricks, her timing and positioning have been spot on so far. That is a high punt, which doesn't necessarily help in the wind, but the wind seemed to die down for a minute for a punt. There's Shaw kind of headed it back there. That's going to work. Oh, Hendricks almost spilled it out there. I wonder if Shaw's okay, kind of holding the top of her head. Is she fatigued? That header kind of was funny. It wasn't quite how she wanted to head the ball. She's been doing quite a bit here. In the opening 10 minutes, it's been a lot of a Lexington attack.
Yeah, the Warriors a little bit out of sorts here offensively, not connecting with feet like we saw in that first half.
Good step by Ontario, good read.
And now Pittman playing on the right side this half to start. Headed out of there off of the cross.
Braylon's taking a few knocks out there, trying to just get situated. A little bit of pain, maybe.
Looks like we're going to get a Ontario substitution.
Yeah, that last play that ended up being a Lex free kick on Braylon took quite a shot. guess I didn't see enough to know how it became a Lex free kick, but she definitely went down in the heap and holding her head, holding her arm, and hopefully she's okay.
Pittman able to knife through a double team.
Not a great pass back, kind of away from Chandler, forced to chase it down a little bit. She does, and they do keep possession.
Hattie now, a lot of space. And a bad giveaway there. She had a couple of different options, but Hughes stepped in, took it away. Back and forth we go.
Absolutely. It's two things there. Hughes read the play right, and Ontario kind of got flat-footed a little bit. And Pittman just kind of settled and led to a turnover.
Now the pressure by Morton earns her a throw-in. She'll do it again. As the ball's running frantically down to that Forest area. So hopefully there's some Snicker bar tips or at least some hot chocolate or something for these ball girls out there. Getting in some work.
Did you say Snicker bar tips?
It should be. If you're hungry, why wait, Jesse?
I don't think I'd recommend kids picking up random candy in the woods. That's a great ball.
Wow.
Missed. Good opportunity. Not quite on goal, but the ball in was great. The run was great. Just couldn't quite make the contact to go forward.
Yeah, that was a sharp-looking cross.
Lexington in the first 10 minutes has generated some quality chances. Not enough to put anything in the back of the net, but they're right there. They just got to connect it. Really, it's that final touch, that final pass. I mean, that ball was right there, and there's a chance to put it on target. Just couldn't quite connect it.
I got to circle back to something. If you find a fully clothed Snickers bar has not been broken into the wrapper just yet, you're not going to pick that baby up in the woods and maybe snack down?
I just think we live in a world where there's a lot of weird people out there. That's a good ball. Some space for Ontario. Oh, couldn't quite get the touch forward.
And that one's going to drift over the top. But arguably probably the best looking setup that we've had for Ontario with Stevens turning towards net and no one really tracking with her. You see everyone kind of slowed down.
Yeah, kind of a weird ball in there. Just a little bit of space, a little bit of time, and just proved to be interesting there. Now Lex is going to play a quick short free kick.
Now here's Elena winning it. Setting up for Yugovich.
Big tackle. That's good. That's quality. Wins the ball. Keeps the ball.
That's tough to do against Hattie. That hesitation move usually beats most defensive units.
I was a little surprised Hendricks didn't just kind of put that to her feet, let the clock tick down a little bit. I saw her do it earlier. Sometimes the momentum of the game, you just forget little things like that. The clock is your friend right now for Ontario.
Lady Wars with possession now. They'll run it through Hattie. Turns middle. This is where I think she's most dangerous.
Yeah, they got some numbers going forward with her, which is she does well to find them usually. It's a good ball, good touch.
A lot of contact. A couple of bodies spill over the top of each other. And knocked away from Bulikowski. Here comes Kamagier. Shoots it to the outside off the deflection. Lexington's going to get there. Booming kick down the middle of the field. Big ball.
Absolutely. And Shaw was out. She was the one who cleared it initially. The ball's going to go wider than the goal box. Hendricks again. Good break. Just smart play there. It proved to be a little chaotic because Shaw was up. Ontario didn't quite have the line even there. And you see some speed from Lexington. Hendricks might be limping for a moment there. Looks like she's okay. Didn't see her take any contact. I hate to see a random injury like that. Good turn. Quite get the ball in. Still can't quite get the ball in. And not a great kick. Maybe it is the wind. Maybe the wind is more of a factor than I realized off the punts. Hendricks, normally a pretty good punter, puts that right just like 30 or 40 yards out, right in the middle. Shouts for PK there, but defended nicely for Ontario. I don't think there's anything for the PK. It's a big cross, going to switch the field a little bit, move some Lex defenders around. Good ball into space. Ontario not super aggressive in putting a bunch of players forward, just kind of content. They want to defend with four. They've got two holding mids kind of hanging back a little bit. not overly aggressive in the attack. They know the game. They understand what's at stake.
Chance to move on to the district championship with a win here tonight. They'll take on the winner of the second half of our doubleheader and another Richland County rematch. Madison and Clear Fork going to do it again for a second time this season.
Yeah, these are two teams I don't know who to pick. You know, they are equal, they are good, they are skilled, and it really just depends on who's going to sound a little cliche, but who can get the best chances and score the most goals is who's going to be victorious. But they're two teams that have some quality, and it's going to be a fun matchup as well. You can see Seif telling her where she wants the ball there, not quite deep enough by Trammell. Ontario's doing a good job. Just kind of keeping possession. You don't have to force. You don't need any turnovers. You just want to keep the ball moving, keep Lexington defenders moving. You don't need to force those turnovers and big balls. It's going to be a Lexington thrown deep in their own territory here.
But it's going to be the Warriors who win it. Seif tried to squeeze in a pass out wide, but it's recollected here by the Warriors. And they've got players littered all over here inside the attacking third. See what Trammell does with it. She's going to load up and actually plays it low.
I thought she was going big all along, but definitely went for a nice, easy pass in the middle.
Hendricks comes out.
Yeah, she does well because that ball took a little bit of a bounce right before she went to hit it, so I thought it might be a little problematic, but she hits it cleanly, hits it wide. Stops the Lexington attack momentarily. It's a good aggressive step by Jakaya, just as well to break it up again. I think the back line for Ontario, we talk a lot about the goals that Ontario scores, but the back line has been solid. They've been consistent. They've done everything they've been asked to do. There's a big ball in the box, and it's going to go out for a corner.
Corner kick coming up for Lady Lex.
Their first of the half. Last corner kick they had, they went short, generated a decent opportunity. We'll see. They've kind of had two corner kicks. One was not great, one was, and so we'll see what happens here.
It'll be Emily Thomas who sends it in, looking pretty decent, but it ends up in the hands of Sarah Hendricks.
Went out for a goal kick there.
Ooh. All right.
The ball must have, yeah, we talked a little bit about just kind of bent it back in, but just took it too far out over the line, says the referee. And so there's going to be a goal kick for Hendricks. Subs coming on. Pittman's coming back on.
And approaching the midway point here of this second half. Don't need to neglect you guys out there. Let's see what's going on in the comments section. We see Ruby, Ontario Lady Warriors all the way, one of our top Warrior fans. Oh, what do you see there, Jesse?
It was a bit of a long ball in. Ontario kind of let it go, thought Hendricks had it. And Arnholt just put a little bit of press on, see if she could maybe just disrupt it. And it was close. So you were saying about the fan zone?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I mean, there is a game going on there, but I do see the game within the game. Ryan cheering on Lady Lex out there. Rosemary also enjoying this, as is Joe Tapman. Says, thanks for the help with the Unstoppables, Lady Lex.
Oh, what a great program Unstoppables is, and Lady Lex did a great job with it. You know, we should cover that one of their games next season or whenever they do it again. That'd be a lot of fun.
And then when you start getting into the YouTube side of things, Jesse, look at this back and forth going between Aaron Brown and Josh Young.
Is that tonight or is that the?
This is going on right now.
I think that was at the other game too.
Yeah, these two can't get enough of each other.
Oh gosh, get her.
Well, Aaron says nothing better than a Snickers that you find on the ground after a tough day. So thank you for backing me up there.
Aaron, I don't think you need to back up Brian on that. I just think picking up random candy in the woods is a little gross.
It's not random if it's still in the wrapper. Okay?
You don't know why it's there. People have. There's devices now where you can seal candy. Just watch the Trick or Treat news now.
Oh, geez. I'm scared too.
People are crazy.
It is that time of year, and crazy things do happen in tournament time. Will that be the case for the Lady Warriors tonight? who are just 20 minutes, 35 seconds away from getting back to the district championship where they've been at least the last 10 years in a row. I'll pull it up and I'll make sure, but Larry Atkinson, I mean, he has been a mainstay on this stage.
Yeah, just done such a great job of building a quality program. We can talk about this team this year, but last year, the year before, all these different quality teams have just, you keep naming, you can figure out what's the best team. In the recent history for Ontario, they took a team to the state championship game. Is that the best team? I don't know. There's been a lot of quality teams that come through the Ontario ladies side. So I would love to hear his perspective. What's the best team he coached? Is it the state championship team? Sometimes you have a really good team and you face a juggernaut and you can't make it to the state championship, or you can't make the run you think you should have made or should make. And so I'm curious from his perspective, what's the best team that he's had?
That's a sit-down that I would love to have with him, and we'll probably get Greg Atkinson in there too, and since he's been around for most of these years, making a catch out there with the left hand as well. And that's a good point. Larry's daughter played on the team that went to the state championship team. That was a loaded team that probably should have won that game, actually. A rough call at the end. I'm not going to forget that one. Had a great view of it. But, God, they had two really good teams as well when Taylor Huff and that Madison team was just kind of reigning supreme in the area. As we get a foul called here, and it's going to go against Lexington.
Yeah, there's certainly been a lot of quality teams, quality players from the Ontario group, and so you know questions. What's the best team you've ever coached? The best player, and are one of them on the field tonight, or maybe both of them on the field tonight? There's some quality players for this Ontario group tonight, so I'd be curious to know.
Well, there's certainly time with these sophomores to statistically be the best that Larry's ever had, with Pittman and Yugovich.
You know what's interesting is you look at their statistics, and typically, not always, but typically the numbers they have, you usually can only have kind of one goal scorer getting to those numbers. But they're just so dynamic, and they've set each other up so well that you really you get those kind of numbers because they just it's going to be a foul. Lex is frustrated now.
They are. You can tell. And the fan base, a lot of moans and groans coming from over here as well.
But, yeah, going back to the statistics of these sophomores, I mean, usually on most good teams you've got one player with those kind of numbers, and then your second and third players are not quite close. Maybe they're higher in assists, but they just have two dynamic goal scorers and two girls who really understand the game. And so you get really impressive statistics. And they get a conference that kind of helps those stats a little bit too. Well, outside of Clear Fork, I think they can put up a lot of numbers in their conference.
Yeah, valid point there in the MOAC. Not the case for Lexington. OCC, pretty tough from top to bottom.
Finished second or third in the OCC. Had a chance to finish number one and took a tough loss to Worcester towards the end of the season. It's kind of one of those rainy nights where you just can't get one to fall. Kind of those frustrating moments where you're around the goal, you're near the goal, but you're not in the goal, and that can be tough.
Lexington did finish third in the OCC behind Madison and Worcester, who tied for the championship because they tied on the pitch.
Yeah, I remember watching the Lexington-Madison game, and Madison had a chance to win that game multiple times. Just hit every part of the post in one play, and just one of those nights for Madison where you can't get enough to win the game. But Madison kind of a roller coaster of a season in a lot of ways, but they have done their job to get here, and they have got some players as well. And no rookies to this experience. I mean, they're familiar, probably the most familiar team in the area with district semifinals and district finals. So it's going to be a fun night for match number 2 here in just a little bit as well.
Solid ball on the fly from Pittman.
What a great ball back in.
And a shot. Just missing. Boy, I thought that was going to drop into the back of the net.
Two great passes there. I thought the first one, I think, from Pittman to right over top, dropped it right in front of her in stride, and they just kind of that troublesome ball back into the middle. Defensively, it's tough to defend. The angles were right. Just can't quite put it in the back of the net.
Would have been the second of the night for Layla Stevens. Right place, right time there, making her run.
It's a big goal kick out. That's from the goal kick. It's going all the way down to Hendricks. He's going to play it out. See the wind maybe hold that up a little bit. She's getting them pretty high there, and that's when the wind can kind of take over and maybe slow it down.
Lady Lex with about 15 and a half minutes to try to get themselves out of this 2-goals-to-none hole.
That's a good ball in, a little deep. Hendricks, right place, right time again.
Sarah Hendricks, solid tonight, pitching a shutout. She's got 2 straight here in tournament action.
Yeah, Hendricks, nothing spectacular tonight, but just doing all the right things at the right time, which is in itself spectacular at this level, but just hasn't had to make a phenomenal save. She just keeps making the right play at the right time in the right position. She's done everything right.
Warrior throw-in on the far side.
You know what I like about this Ontario team is they're just going to keep pressing. They understand they're up by 2, but there's not really, you don't see them really looking to slow the game down, kind of along their throw-ins a little bit. They want to go score goals.
One of the highest scoring teams in the area, 5.5 goals per night. And you talked about the MOAC, but they really do challenge themselves outside the league, playing Lexington, Ashland, New Albany.
Yeah, Medina. I mean, they certainly have a loaded non-conference, so it's no disrespect to them. I mean, they do what they can, but the conference is what it is.
On the hop, the shot. Is it deflected? Perhaps.
It's going to be a goal kick. It looks like I thought there was a chance of deflection as well, but referees both agreed goal kick right away. You know, one of the things I was thinking about, looking at the quality of the 4 teams in the district semis is how, if we did a district all-star game against other Division II districts, how would we stack up? And I think I like our chances. I like how things would kind of shape out for us.
Just with these 4 teams?
Just these 4 teams. Yep. You can take the top 4 teams from each district. What would that look like if you had an all-star game?
And probably the top 4, the players for the team probably would just come from these top 4 teams here.
Undoubtedly, we'd score a lot of goals with our district.
Yes.
There are some goal scorers in this group for sure. I think then you get like Labaki in the mix, and she could just have a field day just assisting everybody. I mean, setting all sorts of assist records at Clear Fork. We could have like a lot of goals in our district all-star team.
Yeah, we're looking forward to watching Clear Fork and Madison battle tonight. Annika, one of those straws, just got the drink always mixed up, breaking her coach's single-game assist record and career assist record.
Yeah, such a smart player. Arguably maybe one of the smartest players in the area. It's going to be a fun night for them.
Knocked out of bounds here for a Lexington throw-in.
Did I just hear someone say they're tripping over air? Is that? I'm not sure what I'm even hearing from fans.
It's pretty breezy out there, so it's a stiff wind in air.
There's a good battle there.
Now Yugovich.
Physicality of the game's picking up a little bit. Some tough tackles in tight spaces. A little bit of a late hit there. Referee's going to bring that back, I think. Yeah, that's the right call. I agree. It was late. It was after the ball had been played. He does well to see there's an advantage. Referee nailed that correctly.
So Lady Lex, chance to flip the field, send some numbers forward here.
Now this is the ball we talked about. It's the first one of the half, but this free kick that might just sail a little bit longer than you think. Shaw's trying to hold her line there. But we've got a good kick that's deep enough. But on Lexington just not quite getting in there to kind of get a touch on the back ball. But that's the ball you want. I mean, it's over top of Shaw, who's done well to kind of win everything in the middle. You just got to connect on the other. You just got to make some contact there, time your run up to go forward a little bit better than what they did.
Off the punt, Ontario wins possession. And at what point does Lexington start to really sense the urgency that this could be it?
Yeah, you know, we talked about this with the Ontario Lex boys side as well. You certainly want to send numbers forward, but also you realize the quality of attack you're going against, so you can't turn that 2-0 deficit into a 3-0 deficit. But you obviously got to score to get back in it. So it's just kind of a little bit of what do you want to do to kind of even the game out. And part of that is you got to be able to stop the Ontario attack, which is not an easy task.
Here goes Addie Pittman cooking in the middle of the field. Bringing it back to her strong foot. Gets her pocket picked. And a chance now for Lexington on the breakout.
Yeah, they've got some numbers here. Let's see if they can keep the ball and kind of connect something through the middle a little bit.
Parker sets it up here for Boyce. Now for Makenna Arnholt. Got the 18 surrounded.
That's, does well to kind of come back the ball. Oh, wow.
Decent shot attempt here for Lexington, and that's from the left foot of Emily Thomas.
Yeah, tough angle, tough touch there. You got to turn that touch forward just a little bit and face the goal to kind of get a clean shot out of that. They don't really do that, but certainly the opportunity was there. I don't mind the shot. I think you want to take your touch forward, face the goal, and kind of see that. You got to keep that shot on goal. You got to force Hendrickson to make it some saves. Some numbers for Ontario getting forward. Lex is starting to press a little bit. Here's where we got to be careful. If Ontario will send some numbers as well.
Yeah, off the counter attack, it's Pittman. Boyce comes over, swats it out.
That's a good tackle by Boyce. She would certainly be on our all-district, all-star team. Done such a good job at center back for Lexington. It seems like for a long time. I don't know how long she's actually been on the varsity level, but it seems like she's been there forever.
Yeah, they got a few kids. Her, Arnholt, certainly Parker. I was surprised, honestly, this year. I was like, oh, they're back again.
They got that COVID year.
Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A little bonus action here at the high school ranks.
I always thought that about Clear Forks keeper Renee Anders. I feel like she's been here
Sure.
7 years. She's just, as long as I can remember, she's been the Clear Fork keeper. And I think she started as a freshman, if I'm not mistaken. And has just continued to grow and be one of the area's best keepers.
We'll see her in the second half of the doubleheader tonight, of course,
Good
as that's
ball.
lobbed in there. Oh, what a chance.
It's still bouncing. Shaw does well to kind of get a header, at least away from the front of the goal.
Wow, check this out. Sensational build-up, and you really thought that Olivia Stutes, you can't ask for much more than this.
Yeah, the ball in's great. The timing's great. You got to strike it. You got to just hit that ball. Something's got to take it forward, head, feet, something, and just could not get it in. Our referee is going to give a foul against Ontario. Pretty dangerous area here. We'll see how Lex plays it. Let's see who they put on top of the ball here. They're going to go pretty quick on the free kick. Ontario wasn't quite ready. Oh,
wow.
My
gosh.
Wow.
Somehow stays vacant from the net. As Kamagier has it Karam off her shin guards. Let's run that back.
Yeah, Lexus, they set it quickly. Ontario's kind of still just jogging back to position, play it kind of an early cross in. She's just kind of not only taking her time, but just it sets it. She starts looking. Ontario wasn't quite set. Jumps up, wins a good touch there. Hendricks, late reaction there. Just so many people in front of her. Probably didn't see it until last second. That's a spectacular save we talked about, right? Late reaction, but Lex is on a break again.
Oh, yeah, one-on-one, and Sarah again. Hendricks with back-to-back special saves.
There's some momentum for Lexington, but momentum isn't enough to win the game. You got to put this ball in the back of the net. Big save by Hendricks. She's done well when she's called upon. 2 big saves here at the last 2 minutes of the game.
Time winding away here on Lady Lex's season. Ontario just 7 minutes, 20 seconds away from a return trip to the district championship.
Alexa's taking a long time for this corner. There's some confusion who's going to take it. Ends up being Emily Thomas anyways. That ball is going to be off the back of the goal there.
Never made its way back into the field of play.
That's the second corner that Lex has had that's gone out of play on that line down there. It's wasting a lot of chances for a team that is needing to get some goals on the scoreboard quickly.
Trio of subs on their way into the match here for the Lady Warriors.
Looks like I think they brought Hattie Yugovich back to take the goal kick. Just hits it high and wide, get it out of the middle of the goal, absolutely.
This one kind of hangs up in the air, takes a hop just north of midfield. Got a Warrior down right now as Boyce sends.
Yeah, it might have been just kind of a big collision. They kind of bounced into each other there. Hattie Pittman taking a bit of a knock. Couldn't tell if it was a head or leg or just kind of a weird collision how it all played out.
I see Coach Atkinson keeping an eye, of course, on Addie, but she's moving around fine now. There's Kamagier stepping up. Shaw definitely could be in the conversation for MVP tonight.
I don't understand. He's right there. She clearly wins the ball.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he's 2 inches away.
Maybe there's contact on the leg first, but I thought she stuck her foot out, won the ball, and she fell over it. But he's got the vantage point. I'll agree with him, but from my vantage point, it certainly looked like she got the ball first.
This one Sizzles in low. And to the outside, Boyce turns back in. Has that one deflected across the middle of the field. Collected now by Schaefer. And here's Pittman, who was shaken up just a couple of minutes ago. And it's easy for me to say, but she really favors that left foot and seems to blow by people that way a lot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you can know that and still get beat one-on-one.
Still get sauced.
Oh, good touch.
All set up. Who's going to kick it?
Oh,
wow.
There, you could have picked your goal scorer there, and Natalie Smith just not the one she wanted. Freshman getting her first minutes of the game.
You can't ask for anything better if you're Natalie, and you can tell the nerves got to her. I mean, she missed that by about 8 feet.
Yeah, I don't believe she's been in the game very long. Might have been her first touch of the game even, but what a moment for Natalie. Just kind of putting a little bit wide.
Yeah, she's a little firecracker. Nobody really in the picture there for Lexington off the cross. As Hendricks comes out and squeezes. You see they came a couple of white jerseys late.
Natalie does have some speed though.
It's going to be a Lady Warrior throw-in. Clock melting away. They'll stop the clock at 4:08. As the Warriors going to make a substitution. Ella Schaefer's going to come off in favor of Chandler.
Any substitution in the last 5 minutes, they stop the clock just to make sure there's no time wasting there. Certainly Larry knows that, just getting some fresh legs there.
Now Sive down the line to Pittman. Shields off the defender. Trying to lob it deep for Smith.
Ontario still playing with a little bit of urgency on their throw. I mean,
I know it.
You could kind of waste a little bit of time here and slow it down a little bit, take a long time, get a warning from the referee.
It's not really their style.
It's not their style of scoring goals, and there's nothing wrong with that as well.
I mean, they've only been held to 2 goals or less like 3 times all season.
Yeah, certainly defensively to stop a team like Ontario, you just got to play like just perfect soccer and not give the ball away and be able to kind of control the flow of the game. And Ontario really, they've been the one kind of controlling the game for the most part. We'll say in the second half, Lexington has gotten some solid attacks, but not really anything to really test Hendricks outside of maybe once, maybe twice.
Here comes Lexington. And they got kind of like a 6-on-6 going right now. Solid step by Trammell. She's been solid tonight.
It is interesting, Lexington down 2, and they still have 4 players in the back. I think you got to send some players forward and got to kind of risk a little bit to get a goal here.
You probably trust number 7 to defend solo, if you will.
Yeah.
Especially at this juncture in the match. You're right, Jesse. They're playing with 4 backs still.
Yeah, if you're going to lose 2 or 3, it doesn't really matter. You got to get forward and get some goals.
They will have the throw-in coming up from the far side. And now they will send an extra one.
She's going to be unmarked. That's going to end up right at her. The timing was good.
Yeah, that's Kaylee Brown into the picture.
Foul. Should be a foul, absolutely. She won the ball, then she was hit afterwards. Absolutely a foul.
Sandwich there, too.
It's going to be a good opportunity. Just 20 yards away, center of the goal. This is the stuff moments are made for right here. That's why you practice in the backyard. That's why you stay after practice. This opportunity.
Lexington really taking their time to get this thing developed, though.
Absolutely. They're going to get 10 off there, which I don't mind, but the wall is probably only 8 or 9 away. Sometimes it's just habits. Just make sure you got your 10. But time is ticking.
Parker plays it short for Arnholt. Oh, off the side of the net in the second try.
There's a lot of contact there at the end of the play, too. 2 great opportunities. One off the post. Hendricks with another good save. And then a corner as well. But you got to get a goal. You got 90 seconds. You got to put something in the back of the net here to get this game back. Not a great corner in. Hendricks handles it easily. That's not the corner you needed right there.
So 2 unbelievable opportunities. The one carrying off the post. So close for Lady Lex.
Yeah, I love the play on the free kick. I mean, kind of caught on to everybody thought shot here. She's easy pass in, quick deflection. And just Ontario is the benefactor of having those posts right there, right where they're at. And then Hendricks with a good save after that.
Yugovich with plenty of green in front of her. Sends it down the near sideline. Got Elena Seif turning towards net. Here comes Elena, the senior. And poked it towards middle. Smith was a bit behind it. Pittman waiting, though. Now Addie from distance. Tipped up and over. And look at the urgency for Ontario to do this corner kick.
Yeah, to look at the course of the game, you'd think Ontario is down by 2. I mean, they're just sprinting after the corner.
Oh, to be young again, these sophomores.
The referees want the clock stopped. Yep, they're trying to put the ball on the other corner. Very interesting. I mean,
it went straight over the top. We'll show the replay one more time.
Yeah.
It's very tough to determine what side.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he was. I guess it is what it is at that point.
But with 18 seconds left, I think we can go ahead and book this one. The young ladies in blue, the top seed Ontario. They have done what they came here to do, handling business against Lexington, the team that upset them in the tournament a season ago. But Coach Atkinson's bunch get it done here as they are headed back to the district final yet again. 2-0 your final score. But we still have plenty more to come here in this match, including the Baker's Collision post-game show and an interview with our Rinehart Insurance MVP. Drop us some comments. Let us know who you think should join Jesse for a post-match interview. All that coming up right after this quick commercial timeout.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Dulce, muy dulce. O picoso, muy picoso. ¿De qué tienes antojo? Seguro lo tenemos o te lo inventamos. ¿Te gustaría probarlo?
Dávalos Mercado Dulce Amor. 1350 Lexington Avenue, Mansfield, Ohio.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Happy Halloween!
Tonight's tournament action brought to you folks live and free thanks to these amazingly generous sponsors. How about Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation? Holler at Chris Durbin and the Dennis Reed team. NMLS 374788. Our player of the game about to be presented by Rinehart Walters Danner Insurance Agency, located on Park Avenue in Mansfield. Baker's Collision on 5th Street in Mansfield. Contact Industries, serving the Lexington area. They make some really cool stuff. Big shout out to my guy Dan Arnholt. Charter Next Gen, our commercial sponsor tonight, along with Dulce Amor on Lexington Avenue in Mansfield. Sutton Bank, where you get paid for checking the pays with Kasasa. Mechanics Bank, that's better. And Spitzer Motors of Mansfield. We will be right back with our Baker's Collision post-game report that will include interviews with our co-MVPs from the victorious Lady Warriors. We're going to have Miss Shaw as well as Miss Hendricks on the way to talk to our Jesse Ryder. Stay right there.
I am here with Rinehart Insurance co-MVPs, the defensive back line, the keeper. Girls, you were phenomenal shutting out Lexington tonight. How important was this game for you guys tonight?
I would say it's very important because they knocked us out last year in the district finals, and we came out ready to go, and I'm really glad that we got that win.
Absolutely. Now, for you guys, you know you get the winner of this next game, Clear Fork Madison. What's your mindset for the district championship, knowing it's not been quite your team's thing yet? What changes?
This year, it's we're gonna win, and we're gonna put all our effort into it, and we're gonna shut them down. And I know it's gonna be tough, but we got this because we are so strong as a team. So
excellent, absolutely. I thought you guys played terrific tonight. I think you've got a great group. For you, quite a busy second half back there. Some quick reaction saves. The last tip towards the end of the game, did you think you got enough on it to keep it out of the back of the net?
I did, actually. I was like, oh, I got it. So I'm really proud of our team. So I'm really glad that we did this.
Excellent. Any shout outs you want to give? Anybody watching home here? Anybody you want to say hello to?
All my family and Maji and all my defensive line and Hattie and Addie.
Awesome. Great job. You guys can switch spots. Let's hear from you now. Center back, I thought
You won everything that was right in front of you. Every header that came in, you won. You got it out of the area. For you guys, knowing what these guys did to you last year, how important was this game for you?
It was very important because knowing it's our senior year, we can't just let them have it, and we wanted to go in and make it our senior year and make a mark for our school.
Absolutely. So when you guys started this year, what were the goals for this Ontario team? What were you talking about? What do you want to accomplish in this season?
We wanted to accomplish winning our 50-50 balls and then beating one of the big teams that we play, which would be like one of our New Albany, our Upper Columbus, Cleveland teams. So we wanted to do that and also win the MOAC.
Absolutely. You guys were terrific. Great shutout. Any shout-outs anybody want to say hello to that's watching, or anybody here you want to say hi to?
I just want to say hi to all my family, friends, my mom and dad, and also a shout-out to my keeper, Sarah, and my whole team because we played at one heck of a game.
All right, Rinehart Insurance co-MVPs. Great job, girls. We'll see you Saturday.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Dulce, muy dulce. O picoso, muy picoso. ¿De qué tienes antojo? Seguro lo tenemos o te lo inventamos. ¿Te gustaría probarlo?
Dávalos Mercado Dulce Amor. 1350 Lexington Avenue, Mansfield, Ohio.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Happy Halloween!
Back here with the post-game show presented by Baker's Collision Repair at the Lexington Soccer Complex. Lady Lex goes down 2-0 Ontario with a victory here tonight as they are moving on to the district championship, where they have been a familiar presence, of course, Jesse, but they had to exercise this first team in Lexington, upset them last year, and you heard from the girls, that was definitely a point of emphasis. Get out here, get it done tonight, of course.
Absolutely. They certainly took that loss personally, and as they should, that they realized what Lexington did last year, how it ended their season abruptly, somewhat surprisingly, and they were ready, and they came ready tonight and come away victorious with that 2-0 victory.
Let's take a look at the final stats of the night, brought to you by Baker's Collision, and 17 shots for Ontario. Lady Lex kind of evened that out. They had the run and play going there towards the end. Some great looks too, Jesse, and a bit unlucky. The one that hit off of the post, really thought that that was going to make its way into the back of the net, but Sarah Hendricks, she did just enough, earning the co-MVP spot.
Yeah, I thought Shaw did a great job defensively. I thought she won everything that was in her area, got it out of the area. And I thought Hendricks was right place, right time all night long. and I think they both just did a great job, along with Trammell and some of the other players that kind of rotated the back line. I thought it was a really great shutout for Ontario.
No question about it. So they are moving on yet again to the district championship to face the winner of the second half of our doubleheader. Clear Fork is going to be going toe-to-toe with Madison coming up here shortly. Before we close this out, first thoughts on this one.
For Clear Fork Madison, what a game. You think about their first matchup, Clear Fork wins in the last under a minute to go and scores on a corner to win it. So certainly Madison is aware of that. Clear Fork is aware of that. And, there's a chance for the district championship or to make it to the district championship in the game there. So what a night we're going to have.
Definitely looking forward to it. But that is going to wrap up our coverage here for game number 1 of our doubleheader. Big thank you to all of our generous sponsors for bringing you live and free coverage here tonight. But we've got more action on the way, as mentioned, with the Colts and Rams about to go head-to-head. So for our camera lady, Madeline Zazzuto and Jesse Ryder, I'm Brian Skowronski saying so long for now. But we'll see you guys in about 25 minutes for the next game. Peace out.